We were retained by the Staikos family to assist them in finding the answers that they longed for in terms of who and why somebody murdered their son. The purpose of today's news conference is to announce, on behalf of the Staikos family, their offer of a private family-funded reward of $250,000 for information leading to the arrest of the person or persons responsible for the murder of their son, Matthew. 37-year-old Matthew Staikos was walking around Yorkville Avenue and Bay Street in downtown Toronto after a late business dinner. He was walking with a business colleague when they passed a silver four-door Mercedes parked on the street. A male exited the passenger side of the vehicle, approached Matthew from behind, and shot him in what appears to be a cold-hearted ambush.
This happened to him is still dumbfounding to us. We did say at the time this occurred that it was, in our mind, a targeted homicide. We still say it's a targeted homicide because the person that took his life purposely took his life. We still don't know 100% whether Matthew Staikos was the intended target or not. When I say the intended target, that the shooter perhaps mistakenly shoot the wrong person. And so that may be a piece of information that we don't have that we're looking to seek right now, which is why we make these appeals every so often, just to remind people that just because people are gone, they're never forgotten. In our mind that whoever did this, it was a planned and deliberate incident. What I mean by that, there were steps that were taken by the shooter to look in the general area, to be around that area for a period of time. It wasn't something that happened, in our opinion, off the cuff, where they just happened to come across Mr. Staikos and decided to do what they did.
What's your feelings towards Toronto Homicide and them trying to help out your family and other families who have gone through horrible things like this?
They've been great, actually. Detective Brown has been very helpful through all of this, very communicative. Obviously, we don't have the results that we want, but I understand, again, the difficulties at getting there. I am still hopeful that they will come to some sort of conclusions and closure at some point.
Sure, and ultimately this new reward that's come out here is, a few people said, are going to maybe spark somebody's mind to say, hey, I remember that, and that's what your family's hopeful, right?
Exactly, yes. Yes, and there were plenty of people who saw and heard what happened. We've had people who were on the street in the area come forward and say they were there, they saw or they heard, and unfortunately we don't have enough information yet, but we're hopeful that the reward will help. It's certainly not what we expected back in 2018. We didn't expect we would still be here today, and that's very difficult for us.